Are you looking for a pretend play kitchen for your toddler or young child? Today I'm sharing my review of the KidKraft Farm to Table Play Kitchen. Hey everyone, I'm Coral and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, click that subscribe button down below and hit the bell for practical tips for a home you'll love. About 6 months ago, I was searching for the best wooden play kitchen for my son. I wanted something with good features, but that wasn't too expensive, because the price tags on some of these play kitchens can get pretty high. After a little bit of research, I decided on this KidKraft play kitchen. My son has had this kitchen for about 3 months now, and today I'm sharing the key features, my likes and dislikes, what my son thinks of it, and my overall opinion. This is the KidKraft Wooden Farm to Table Play Kitchen. Currently, it is only available on Amazon, and I will have the link to it down below in the description. Something I really liked about this kitchen when I was making my decision is that it has a relatively small footprint while still having a lot of features and usable space. The dimensions of this kitchen are 44.2 inches wide, 23 inches tall, and 13.6 inches deep. That's including the handles on the doors. The counters are 22.5 inches high. My son is 2 years old, and I would say that right now the counters are a little high for him, but I love that he has plenty of room to grow into it, and he doesn't have any trouble playing with the kitchen at this height right now. The interactive features of this kitchen were the biggest selling point for me and what I was looking for most when considering a play kitchen for my son. My son's favorite feature in this kitchen is the working ice dispenser on the fridge. That is something that I was looking for when trying to find a play kitchen because he tried one at a friend's house and absolutely loved it. The kitchen comes with 3 ice cubes that you place into the ice dispenser on the fridge door. With a small cup, you can press the lever on the outside of the fridge to dispense the ice. It is important to note that these ice cubes are very small and could be a choking hazard. KidKraft does state that this kitchen is actually for 3 years plus because of small parts like these. So I watch my son closely when he's playing with the ice cubes. Another one of my son's favorite features is the sink. When you pull the handle down, the faucet lights up and makes a running water sound. My son loves to pretend to wash his hands, and he also loves to get whoever is playing with him to come wash their hands too. The other light and sound feature in this kitchen is the stove. The 2 outside knobs on the cooktop control the burners on the stove. When you turn them, they make a clicking sound. The stovetop lights up and mimics the sound of a gas burner turning on and water bubbling on the stove. The middle knob on the cooktop just makes a clicking sound, and I assume it's supposed to be the control for the oven that is just below it. The oven is pretty spacious and has a removable shelf and a clear door that you can see through. This kitchen also has some really good storage features. That was another thing I really liked about this kitchen. I wanted something that had storage and organization space because play kitchens can get messy really quickly when you add all of the extra food and accessories. The first storage feature this kitchen has is a storage cabinet under the oven. We use this to store extra pots, pans, and kettles. There are also 2 wood print fabric storage bins that each have their own shelf. These are collapsible and not super sturdy, but so far they have worked well for us. We use one for cooking utensils, accessories, and spices, and the other one for plates, bowls, cups, and utensils. Another really nice storage feature is a hanging pot rack. There are 3 hooks on the pot rack to hold the pots and spatula that come included with the kitchen. An additional feature that this kitchen has that a lot of the other kitchens I've seen don't have is a chalkboard. Right now my son is a little too young to use the chalkboard, so this wasn't an outstanding feature for me, but I can see him using it and having fun with it in the years to come. I feel like that is something that I would have really liked when I was a few years older than he is right now. Another selling point for me with this kitchen is all the accessories that it comes with. I already mentioned the pots and the spatula that hang on the pot rack. These are really nice, well-made pots that are made of some kind of metal. They are sturdy and hold up well to toddler use. It also comes with 6 wooden vegetables for chopping, and all the vegetables are stored in planter boxes. So another great storage feature, and each of the planter boxes also has a chalkboard label. And lastly, to cut the vegetables, you have a knife and cutting board. These are a great addition to the kitchen because chopping vegetables is an activity that toddlers really enjoy. With all of these features and accessories that are included with this kitchen, you really have everything that your kid needs to start enjoying the kitchen right away. Like I mentioned before, I bought this for my son's birthday, so I gave it to him on his actual birthday and didn't need to buy any other accessories for it. He got so much enjoyment out of it right away. Then a couple of weeks later, when his birthday party came around and later in the year, Christmas, I was able to tell people that asked what he wanted to get him additional kitchen accessories like more food for chopping, more pots and pans, and dishes and utensils. The last selling point for me with this kitchen is the appearance. This kitchen just looks good. It's stylish, has a modern, clean design, and has a fairly neutral color palette that can look nice in a lot of rooms. Plus, with the black and gray, it's pretty gender neutral. All of these things were important to me because I wanted something that would look good and be aesthetically pleasing in my house. I wasn't sure at the time that I bought it if I would leave it in the living room or put it in his bedroom. We've had it in both places in our house and it looks really good in both rooms. Assembly for the kitchen was pretty easy and straightforward. There are a lot of parts to this kitchen, so it took my husband and me around an hour and a half to put it all together. You could definitely do it by yourself, but it would just take longer. I actually started putting it together by myself at first while my husband was finishing up some work. I'm not a super handy person, so it took me a while to get started and get the hang of it. But the directions were simple and straightforward, and everything that we needed was in the box and everything was labeled. It's really just a matter of time to get all of the parts put together and assembled. For some wishes or things I don't absolutely love about this kitchen, I wish it had more counter space. Really, once you start using this kitchen, there is only one usable counter for chopping or placing things on. When I was looking at it before I bought it, I felt like there would be more usable counter space with the counter on one side and a little bit of space around the stovetop on the other side. But in reality, there's really not a lot of space around the stovetop. And if you put a cutting board for chopping vegetables on the other counter, you kind of run out of space. It's not that big of a deal, but it would just be nice if there was more usable counter space. But in order to do that, the footprint of the kitchen would probably have to be bigger, so I'm fine with the way it is because I really like the size of this kitchen. Another thing I don't love is the chalkboard. Like I said before, I feel like my son is just a little too young to get use out of the chalkboard right now. Personally, I wish there could have been more shelves there instead of the chalkboard because I feel like you can't go wrong with storage space. The last thing is that the sink faucet is a little loose. My son does love to play with the sink and he often pulls on the faucet, hoping that the faucet will extend down like the faucet in our actual kitchen does. So with all this use, the sink faucet does have a little bit of a wiggle to it. This is also something I have seen people mention in the reviews on Amazon, so it's not just our kitchen. There might be a way to fix it, but I honestly just haven't taken the time to try and figure it out. The sink is still completely usable, so it's not really a problem. Overall, I absolutely love this play kitchen. My son has gotten hours of playtime out of it, and it's something that he continues going back to and playing with in new ways. I love how the interactive light and sound features add to his pretend play experience. The working ice dispenser is a fun addition because our son loves the water and ice dispenser in our actual kitchen. And the accessories that are included with this kitchen make it so that the kitchen is ready to use and be enjoyed right away, no extras needed. I also love the small footprint and the aesthetically pleasing gender-neutral design. This is a top toy in our home. If you like what you heard and are ready to get this kitchen for your toddler or young child, click down below in the description and I have a link for you. If you want to learn more about the other baby and toddler products I love and use in my home, click right here for my review playlist. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.